What's up, guys? My name is not Kevin, but welcome back to episode 7 of Beard Bites. I'm actually Ahmed. That is Hadi on the mic. And
That's
we're here.
good.
We're just two dudes talking about games and stuff.
Funny enough, his middle name is actually Kevin, so he's lying
I
to you
watched
all.
a show about a guy named Kevin.
What
It's
show?
called Kevin Can F Himself. But it was a pretty good show.
Nice. How's your week? What'd you do this week? Anything interesting? Anything fun? Anything different?
Not much, man. I'm just winding down the clock until I go on Christmas vacation.
Nice.
So same old, same old. Just been playing Marvels and Metaphor. But
Nice.
I hate Metaphor at the moment because it's so time consuming and like it's so stupid because like the last act you end up at like level 50 and then I googled and the boss is level 80,
Oh,
like the final, and then they're like, yo, here's 30 days, go do whatever you want, and I'm like, I really don't want to be grinding a game, so I'm debating if I'm gonna finish it or not. So
okay. Well, that sounds like my jam, so I'm excited. I just fought. Without spoiling it, I fought a baby and defeated said baby.
the baby, let's go.
Let's go.
Dun, dun.
Good game so far. I'm actually really liking it. I'm into that grind at the moment, so it's nice to like go around, and if I optimize my time right, I can do a bunch of stuff that I want and all this stuff. So I'm liking it. It's fun. Other than that, I also played Marvel Rivals a lot. Really enjoyed it. I'm starting to get sweaty in the game in sense of like, oh, I'm learning all the matchups and how to counter people and all this stuff, and so I might start jumping into ranked soon, actually. So
yeah,
we'll
it's
see how that goes.
interesting. Yeah, I'm like almost like 40 hours into Rivals.
Nice.
I have tunnel vision, but it only works, honestly. I can only play with like a minimum of 4 stack.
Interesting.
And it has to be people that are like willing to switch off. But that's just, anyways.
No, nothing wrong with that. Want a least abrasive experience as possible. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, because like sometimes you meet some crazy comps and you're like, well, like we need to be flexible, or we need someone that know like that can like the other, like yesterday we were playing competitive and someone was like, YOLO, just go do like the Hela Odin and not Odin, Thor and Loki strat.
Yeah.
And that's like, it gets pretty busted if you have a DPS that knows how to aim.
That's true.
Because like you, when Hela kills gets a final hit on somebody, it either heals the brothers, or it revives them, which is you have
crazy.
like a pocket like third healer, sort of.
Nice.
So yeah,
Nice. Okay. So yeah, other than that, that's all I played. I don't think I watched anything interesting. I'm watching Dan to Dan, which is an fun anime. Just finished season 1, so if y'all haven't watched it or are looking for something new to watch, I'd say give it a shot. It's like a fun. I don't know if it's slice of life. I don't know the exact category, but it's like a comedy, like love story anime type thing. It's pretty cute. But yeah, it's fun. So
nice.
yeah, I mean, today on the docket we have 2 things. We have the news, and then we're gonna do a year in review. Seeing as that's near the end of the year, no other releases are coming out right now. Ahmed and I, what we do is we compile a list of things that we play, and we like to like look back on it. We're gonna look back on it and kind of discuss it and see what was a banger this year, what we didn't like, all that kind of stuff. So we'll do the news first, I feel, because there's not that many news stories, obviously, because of Game Awards happening and it's just kind of slowing down. So, and then the year in review will be a little bit longer of a discussion. Does that sound good to everybody?
No, it doesn't. What the heck? I came here for 2 guys to yap. No.
No. Let's yap. Okay, fine. Let's yap
No,
about
dude,
the
no,
news.
stop. I swear I was just joking. Okay.
We yapping about the news, son.
You asked me a question, man.
Yeah, that's true. So, I have a question for you. Have you played any Borderlands games?
Yeah, man.
Which ones have you played?
Played 2 and 3.
2 and 3. Okay, and your thoughts on those?
Dude, you made me buy 2 and or you made me buy 3, and we're like, yeah, never mind. Like we played like 1 hour. And it's like, okay.
Yeah. So my history of Borderlands that I played one or I played two. I played it with some friends and it was really fun. Granted, I played this in high school, I think, so I don't know if that says something to like that. But then I played the pre-sequel, didn't really vibe with it, and I thought, oh, like I enjoy playing games with Ahmed and stuff. Let's play three. We jumped on three and we played it for like how long did we play it for? Do you even remember? I feel like it wasn't even that long.
I feel like honestly I could have refunded it, but
Let
let me
me
see.
see.
Borderlands 3.
I have 5 hours in this game.
Oh, I have 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we both played it and we both came to the same conclusion separately. We were like, I don't think I want to play this. Like,
Yeah. It they leaned so hard into what's relevant at that time that it gets so
not even
you're
that
like
time, the time of development. You know what I'm saying? Because it was being
yeah,
developed during like Gangnam Style was popular and they had a whole bit just for Gangnam Style. It's like, all right, dude, like,
yeah, and it was like, "Oh, look at this. I'm gonna shoot you with dubstep." And it's like, "Okay, man."
yeah.
Like 2011 or something, it was kind of
Yeah. So all that being said, the latest thing from Borderlands to come out was the movie, which did gangbusters. If you haven't seen the movie, you guys are missing out.
yeah.
And then Borderlands 4 gets announced at the Game Awards, and they showed a trailer. And I'll be honest, the trailer did not look interesting to me. I don't know if you feel the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's they didn't f they just it just feels like you're playing more of the same, like, they
Yeah.
look, man, like, is there gonna be Omni movement in Borderlands? That's what I wanna know. Like, that's the truth. But
Yeah.
I but I looked at it, I was like, "Oh, okay, they have 4 more classes. Okay, one guy is gonna be the Siren, one guy is gonna be the ninja guy, the other guy is gonna be the what army dude, and then you have a tank." It's like, I feel like I can kind of expect what it's going.
Yeah. So I will also say that the new characters look kind of boring. I feel like they've kind of gotten away
Yeah.
from their own design idea of like being big, flashy, all this stuff. But regardless, a big thing about Borderlands 3 that made a lot of people bounce off was the humor. We talked about it a little bit just now, but
Mhm.
what they're doing now is the narrative director, Sam Winkler, uh, basically he said that like they're going to be cutting back on toilet humor and like references to memes and things like that, which thank God, because a lot of Borderlands 3 had that and it was like, okay, dude, like you were saying, it's very cringe.
Yeah.
So they decided to pull back from that.
Yeah.
What were you saying? It's
It's
what?
giving very much. I was gonna say it's giving like, why am I saying it like this? Oh, I hate myself. I know I'm gonna stop. I gotta nip it in the bud, bro. It reminds me, because I'm not a freaking Gen Zer. It reminds me of like the current trend on TikTok of when you see the super cringe millennials.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like, oh, you get all those guys. Hey guys, write a video game. Write some side quests, write some dialogue, and then that's what the Borderlands humor is kind of like.
Yeah. So
So
whether this saves Borderlands or not will be a completely different discussion, but I'm glad they're cutting back on it. I don't know if that's enough to make me want to buy the game. I have to see more gameplay and all that stuff, but
yeah,
probably won't.
I was reading the article,
Yeah.
and it was like Winkler even deconfirmed the weapon called the Hawk 2AA.
I'm not
Dude.
gonna lie though, that would be kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man.
Yeah, the thing is, like, it's like the humor is very much like a time capsule. I'm curious to see how are they gonna handle this because like are they gonna hire like 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 better writers to kind of craft jokes that aren't
Hmm.
necessarily like, hey, this happened this time. You remember this?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
So we'll see, I guess. We will
Yeah.
see. Let's see here. All right.
Speaking of hiring people,
Mm-hmm.
you remember that cat game that actually I don't even remember. I only know this because I read the article last time. But
Oh, the Catley game.
yeah.
Mm-hmm,
You
mm-hmm,
see
yeah.
that segue? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
Nice.
so apparently the creators behind Catly were known for doing like crypto scams and pump and dumps and NFTs.
Oh,
Uh,
I didn't know about
so
that.
I think that's why everybody was like, "Oh my god, these guys are making a game." It's like it's basically probably some guy in like Vermont is outsourcing some guy in Serbia's computer to be making these generative AI pictures and things like that. That's what a lot of people assumed. But it came out that the creator of the Cat League game said there has been no generative AI or blockchain or NFTs so far when they made the trailer. So
Interesting. Okay.
yeah. So I don't know if that is specifically talking about the game itself or just saying like, hey, we didn't do anything crazy when we made the trailer or the marketing, right? Um, I the fact that it's phrased like this makes me think that it's that the game itself or whatever they decide or whatever they call this game to be is gonna like do some janky stuff with
Mm-hmm.
with AI or like this machine learning to generate these models.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. What's your thoughts on this?
The thing is, they came out with the trailer and everybody was like, "Dude, this is an AI trailer." Like we even said it, right? That was partially why we included this story here. Um, and they're like, "Guys, it's definitely not AI." And so the fact
Mhm.
that they have to say that, I think, is a little telling. I don't know. I hope the game doesn't have AI, but we'll find out. You know, when the time comes. So I think they released a gameplay trailer. Regardless, I'm not gonna play this game. Are you gonna play this game?
I'm not.
Yeah. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's one of those games where I'm like, cool, that came and went.
Yeah. This is like a subsection. Like um this is very random. It's not even a, a related to this game, but like on the thing of AI is that there was I think the Call of Duty like some actors from Call of Duty, I think it was specifically the zombies cast,
Mhm.
got replaced because they were concerned about their voices being used for like generative AI. So
Oh,
like the apparently the new Call of Duty Zombies map has new voice actors and people are like, "What the hell is going on?" So, eh, maybe it's not just indie developers that are playing with fire. So you don't know like what
yeah.
to expect the next couple of months, or I guess
Yikes.
couple of years.
I mean,
Yeah.
AI is also advancing at a rate that's like insane right now. So it's like one of those things where it's like it's only a matter of time before we see things being made complete with AI and removing the idea of voice talent, things like that, which
Yeah.
will be extremely sad to see. But
Yeah.
you know,
I'm curious to see how this Cat League game is gonna come out. Do you think it's gonna be a game targeted towards kids or
no, I think it's gonna be like that weird section, not weird, but like that section of people who are into like that like Roblox fashion show and like cozy games type thing.
uh
That's my vibe I'm getting from this game. I don't know if it actually will be, but that's just the vibe I'm getting.
yeah. Well, do you think kids can play any other type of game?
Honestly, according to Peggy, the games that they can play are games that have explicit gambling practices in them. Did you know this? Did you hear about this?
I heard about it in the past, but I didn't realize it came up again. But
Listen, all right. So, world shattering game, probably best game of the year, Balatro, has released all over the world. And
mm,
the Europeans rating board, the Peggy 18, whatever people, they came out, and this is actually a problem that occurred before as well. They came out and they said, hey, Balatro, and this is recent. They came out just now and said, Balatro 18 plus. That's it. And the question is, what do you mean 18 plus? What are you talking about? There's no gambling. There's no
mhm,
money being exchanged except for the money you pay for the game. And that's
mhm,
it. And actually the creator, Local Thunk, has been explicit in saying, I don't want my brand to be used for this. I don't want my brand to be, he's gone so far to say, like, if I were to die tomorrow, I have the
mhm,
system and the company set up to where this will never fall in the hands of like compulsive gamblers in terms of like making it like he got approached by companies who were like DraftKings, things like
mm.
that, and he set up the company in a way to where if something were to happen to him, Balatro could never be used for that. Which
Oh,
mad
interesting.
props to
That's
him,
yeah.
So he's anti this idea. But
Mhm,
The Peggy Ratings Board said, hey, actually Balatro's Peggy 18, and
mm,
the reasoning is because uh, it's featuring quote unquote prominent gambling imagery, which teaches people how to play
mm.
real life poker. The weirdest thing is like it's like, wait, there's,
Yeah.
like there's no. It's the dumbest thing that this was rated PEGI 18. Like, it's so strange.
Okay. I can see this because if you show this to a grandpa, you'd be like, "Yo, why are you playing poker?" You know, because like on the surface, it's just like,
Well,
here's the
I've
card,
been playing it
here's
in
the
public,
ace.
and people are like, "Are you playing poker?" I'm like, "No, no, no," and they're like, oh, "Okay." Then as I explain it,
Yeah,
they're like, "Okay, shut up, I don't care anymore." But you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. They
um,
wanna call you out in public. Hey, he's Bob, look at him,
get him.
get him.
Yeah.
And then someone slips you a business card. Hey, buddy, you should join our community. And it's like Gamblers Anonymous. No, but I don't. I'm just imagining, right? Like they're saying, like this is teaching people how to gamble. I'm imagining someone walks into Vegas, walks up to the freaking Texas Hold'em table. Is hold up, hold it. I have a Jimbo here that I can play. Well, what do you mean? It says I get double.
Bro,
Even
bro.
odds.
Come on, give me the malt, bro. Come on, please. I deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hold on, wait. Do you have a pen and paper? Wait, this is ×2. But look, I have a blueprint that re-triggers the left card. But then as I'm calculating, I move the Joker around.
As they throw you out of the casino because you're
Yeah,
talking like a
and
crazy
then
person.
they throw a Diet Coke in my face. But
Yeah.
if you guys don't know, you guys should. I think just go like YouTube what like a Balatro high scoring hand looks like. It is like dopamine just spitting at you. But like to go back to the story, I can I can sort of understand what they're saying, but it's like hypocritical when like you go to FIFA
Yeah.
and there's you literally, hey, pay $5, open this card. You might get Ronaldo, you might get Messi.
It's literally a gambling. Yeah. So that's the thing.
Yeah,
FIFA is rated PEGI 12,
yeah.
which is like, it goes like, I think, I don't remember the ages, but there's green, and then there's yellow, which is like PEGI 12, and there's red, which is PEGI 18.
Yeah.
And Local Thunk brought this up to where he said, hey, like, I don't think it makes sense that FIFA, a game with proper gambling mechanics in it, in terms of paying for the loot boxes, randomizing what you
Mhm.
get, like, it's such a clear avenue to gambling with real money and real consequences in real life.
Yeah.
That's a PEGI 12, but mine's PEGI 18. And the ratings board came back and said, oh, no, we don't agree with you. And
Yeah.
it's one of those things
It,
where I think money has to do with it. I think maybe FIFA is like, hey, like,
mhm.
we got money for it. Like, it's one of those weird
Yeah.
things, but I think it's ridiculous, personally, this whole rating. But
Yeah, it's weird because like they always skirt around that definition because they're like, well, it's not gambling because you get something. But yeah, you can get like trash tier like cards or skins, but you're literally it triggers something that you don't even feel like you're gambling, but it's like legitimately gambling when you're opening up loot boxes. Like it was, yeah,
yeah,
I had a moment where like, dude, I got a like like I think it was like at the time a $75 skin on Counter Strike.
yeah.
I sold it, bought more boxes, and I opened it. So like I killed my $75,
And then you
and then I was
invested
like,
more
listen,
in.
yeah, I literally was like, yo,
Oof.
PayPal $100. Let's just do it. And then I look back and I was like, dude, I have like 40 like freaking like 10-cent skins. Like, what am I doing with my life, man? What it's just
Yeah.
it was, and then yeah, so but I don't know, man. You put a card game and now you're just a gambler, man.
Yeah, and Local Thunk has had a like positive response. He's like, listen, like, this is ridiculous, but hey, at least the PEGI 18 in the box looks cool.
Yeah.
So there's that, but stupid.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm just really confused as to like what these rating boards are doing at this point.
Yeah.
But I
It's
guess
it's tough because like he put a lot of love and care
yeah.
into making this game. So
Yep.
I mean, I'm pretty sure other people that put like a lot of thought and care into their project probably don't want to get age restricted.
Yeah. Speaking of love and care, have you seen this crazy Marvel versus Capcom Infinite and Beyond?
I have
Dude,
um
this is
I
insane.
honestly I was actually gonna buy it. So for context, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, they was a game that got released I think like 4 years ago. Is it 4 years? It got released a couple of years back, but essentially it was during the kind of hype of of like the Endgame saga.
2017.
2017. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So and a lot of people didn't like it because they didn't have the classic Marvel vs. Capcom characters. Like they didn't have the X-Men or Magneto. And I think at the time there was the Fox dispute and all that stuff, right? And
Well, not even that. It just
Capcom,
looked visually ugly too, right? Like it looked
yeah.
horrendous.
Yeah, no, that's true. Like there's a couple of things wrong with it. Like, and the other thing was that like the visual style is like freaking dookie cheeks, and they basically just ripped all of the characters from Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and just imported it into a new engine, but they didn't like care. I don't want to say care. This it was probably a timeline thing that they didn't bring in some of the art style. So then you got like Dante looking bug eye, and then you have like all these characters that look like so washed out and stuff.
Yeah.
But YouTuber and fighting the cornerstone of the fighting game community, in my opinion,
I agree.
Maximilian dude basically put up his own money, hired a bunch of like fans and artists within the community that were huge fans of Marvel vs. Capcom, and they released this free mod that rehauls the art style, the menus, the music, the character art, the select screen. Like they did all out, and it looks like a brand new game. And dude, it's crazy because I'm pretty sure Capcom knows this, and like I think for like a good 2 months, the game has been on sale for like 80% off. The deluxe edition as well. So it's like I'm thinking of picking it up just to kind of vote with my wallet kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure like because dude, Capcom is on a renaissance right now. Like
They are. Yeah.
dude, they are like since Resident Evil 2. Actually, no, I would argue since Monster Hunter Worlds, that's the first one, right?
That's the first PC one that came out recently. Yeah.
Since Worlds, they locked in, bro. They came up and they're like, all right, we are gonna do the right thing.
I
right?
think they locked in when Street Fighter 6 was announced. That's my take. Like I think that they're on the come up.
Because Resident. Okay, my bad. Go.
No. I'm just saying, like they you're right. That Monster Hunter World was fantastic, but I think once they hit World, they're like, oh shit, we gotta do something. And then the next thing that they did was Street Fighter 6, and ever since Street Fighter 6 was announced, it was just banger after banger after banger, in my opinion.
Actually, hold on, give me 1 second. I need a live check on the right.
Yeah. But
because I feel like ever since Resident Evil 7, or actually, what came out first? Monster Hunter World.
I think Monster Hunter World, and then Resident.
Oh no, okay. So Resident Evil 7 was 17, Worlds was 18, and then you get Resident Evil 2 remake.
Oh,
and then Resident Evil 3 was like, and then 4 was a banger.
Yeah.
And then Street Fighter 6 comes out, and then so like man, look, they're on like come up now. They're unlocking old games as well.
Yep.
You know, Onimusha, and I made fun of you. I pulled your leg last time. I was pulled the whole Onimusha.
Onimusha. Yeah. I'm rubbing off on you.
Yeah. And so I don't know, man. Look, so I think Capcom is locking in. Marvel has basically bought, like, has ownership of all the properties now, so they could do this right, and make this all-star. Because like, dude, think about it. The next Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Now you have Onimusha there, friggin' Hideki, whatever his name,
Kamiya,
right? He's back, and then you're gonna have because he also did Beautiful Joe.
Yep.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
So then you can pull like that side of characters again. So listen, man, this looks to be the renaissance of Capcom.
Yeah, I think that they should definitely be paying attention to this. Let me see how many MvCI Steam charts, because I'm very curious to see what this is looking like. Yeah, there's been a crazy increase recently. There's like in the last they said there was like 80 people playing according to like the 15th of December, and then recently shot up to like 400, 500, 1200 on Steam. So in the last days, there was like 100% gain and all this stuff. So yeah, I think that this is something that Capcom should pay attention to. Mad respect to, Max and his team for releasing this and kind of this passion project of his. So Because the thing I heard about this game consistently was that, hey, the game has good bones, it just has really
Hmm.
disgusting, ugly meat on top of it, type thing.
Yeah.
So, you know,
No,
um,
that makes sense, man.
yeah. So, and it's free. This is a 100% free mod. You just have to buy the game, which is like $8.99 on Steam right now. So, yeah,
Dude, this is
that's
horrendous. I pulled up the Steam DB charts, and 3 months ago there was 50 people playing. And then now there's currently let's see, last 48 hours, it's sitting at like 800, peaked at 2000. So I
nice.
mean,
Okay, well, that's good. I mean, hopefully more people jump in on it. I don't know if I will because I don't know if I have the bandwidth to play two fighters at once, but I'm very glad. It looks sick. So,
mm,
if you guys are interested in that, cop that. But it's free. You know what wasn't free? Sony
ooh.
purchasing 10% of Kadokawa. Um, which is interesting to me. I thought they would try to purchase more of it, but I guess not. Like, what's the?
Yeah, I think so. This kind of lines up with the like the previous rumor of Kadokawa was trying to block a like hostile takeover, which if folks
Yes.
don't know, hostile takeover is just someone goes to a public company and just buys out all the puts in a lot of buy orders and
Yes.
basically accumulates the majority ownership. So I guess they were able to kind of build a wall of alliance with probably Sony being at the front and maybe some other strategic partners in the back end where they're like, hey, like you guys collectively can make up like 40%, and then like the company itself might own like 10%, and then now they collectively make up 50 that they can't be
Hmm.
bullied around with. So
I see. Okay.
um I mean I feel like this is a net positive. What do you think?
I don't think it's a bad thing. It's I'm very curious to see where it goes, but yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think I am curious to see what else is gonna come from this.
Mm,
Um, but we'll see. I don't know.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, it's okay. So I guess maybe this nukes the idea uh of Elden of Bloodborne remake, I guess, right? Or
yeah, I
or or
guess
do you
so.
think or do you think Sony bought the 10% just so they can be like, okay, like they can like subpoena the servers and be like, give us the code base.
They own the
I don't
game,
know.
don't they?
I know.
Because
I'm
yeah.
I'm being stupid. I'm being stupid,
No,
dude. I'm
please.
I'm like,
I thought. I don't know. I can't speculate anymore. I can't do this anymore. Please.
bro, dude. Like, dude, I also own Bloodborne. I have a copy. Like, these
Yeah.
guys,
Well.
they spent the it's like when people are like, yo, they spent this much for Facebook. I downloaded it for
Down for
free.
free, stupid. What's wrong with them?
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, but I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
I don't hate this idea, to be honest.
Mm,
But you know who did get some hate recently? It's
damn.
actually kind of
Ooh,
sad.
tell
It's
me.
kind of sad. Amir Savat. He is the guy from the Game Awards who kind of came up, and he kind of created like um, he created like a system to where like a service to where people who are laid off from the recent games industry layoffs this past year can like use this service to like find jobs and get connections and things like that. Essentially like a giant spreadsheet. Massive amount of work and a massive amount of like I guess use out of it. That guy who did this is getting hate mail, which is kind of sad, to be completely
Mm,
honest. It's like, okay, like if this guy had a problematic past, which is like something that I don't think he did. Um,
I think that some people were upset. There's like two sides of the coin, right? I think some
mhm.
people were saying he's an industry plant.
How? For
Um,
what?
so like I think as in like oh hey, this is like supposed to be a feel good story, but it deflects away the problems that are embedded in the gaming industry, right? Where
Yeah.
like you're gonna prop up this guy to be the savior when realistically this could have been saved if CEOs don't get like stupid severance packages or sign-on bonuses or oh, we missed our targets, but we have to pay the CEO like money, things like
Mhm.
that, right? Like it's like a management thing, I guess, is where some people were coming from. Which is crazy because like apparently, actually, let me read this thing. After the ceremony, Savant himself came under attack for his job at Tencent, where he's been a business development director for about a year and a half. The suggestion going around social media is that Savant was presented as kind of a folk hero, but the problem, but actually part of the problem is even more sinister, is what people are saying.
Mm.
I guess they were saying like, oh, you like here's Tencent that's going up and buying up all these studios. This guy works for them, and he's supposed to be the savior
Yeah, but
of
he
the
doesn't have
workers.
control
And
what his company does, dog. Like what the?
yeah. No, I like ultimately it's like, hey, dude, this guy's facilitating something that like the industry itself should have. So to call that out is great, but then at the same time, I think like it's obviously like they can't go onto the Game Awards and be like, I actually the head of Larian Studios behind Baldur's Gate 3,
Mm-hmm.
his speech was like, "Oh, you know what the next game of the year is? I can tell you right now." And he gave like this whole speech about how the industry needs to do better and
Yeah.
take care of its people and make games with heart or from the soul and not because of a number, blah blah blah. And that ultimately is correct, but they like the show itself can't bash the industry. So I guess this is the best thing that they could have done was like, hey, let's call it this dude that actually helped people during like this like ridiculously tough time.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid. But yeah, I guess we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully
Yeah.
he hopefully continues. He said he's going to continue this and try to be positive about it, but you know, I do feel bad for the guy. I hope he does find peace
Yeah.
soon, type thing.
Hopefully, man. Yeah, he seemed like also a genuine dude, man.
Yeah, like
And
he's trying his best.
yeah.
But
And he seemed like he had a lot of like he collaborated with a lot of folks.
yeah.
Yeah. And can you damn, I dropped the segue so bad.
I was like, oh, he's got it. He's got it. Okay, hold on. Here, here. I got
No,
you.
that's fine. That's fine, dude. Look, listen, dude. When you fumble, it happens. But I'm gonna recover the fumble because
Mm-hmm.
the rumor is actually, you know what? Dang it! I tried to do a live switcheroo. Actually, no, we're just gonna do it live. So the collaboration I was trying to talk about, actually, I'm just gonna be face to face, right,
Yes.
guys? Okay. So the rumor currently is that Lenovo is working with Steam to make a new Steam machine / Steam Deck. This is not the Steam Deck 2. This happens to be the like a Lenovo Legion Go type of device, but runs SteamOS natively.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And the idea is that they could do that, run that, and run Windows, so they can dual boot, perhaps, right? Because recently Steam has been kind of internally doing. People notice from like SteamDB and stuff is that now there's like these tags coming up saying powered by SteamOS, which is for like I guess for branding. This kind of leans into the notion of what Steam was trying to do way back in the past of like Steam machines of like, oh, here's a box you can just play your games on. And now I think they found their stride with the Steam Deck and SteamOS and all the advancements that they've helped make with running games on Linux because that used to be horrendous in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So, everyone's like, okay, like, well, fine, they're making a game, but the kicker is apparently this is supposed to be shown off at CES in January, and the rumor is that Microsoft is going to be up there with them. What? How,
Interesting.
you would think that they're beefing, like, but
Yeah.
so what are your thoughts on Microsoft kind of getting into like potentially showing up with Steam and Valve to talk about this?
I think that Microsoft coming in and saying, I want to help out does align with what they're trying to do in the future. They have said they want Xbox to go everywhere, Game Pass to be everywhere. They're going hard on this Game Pass push, so much so that they are supposedly developing a cross-platform user interface which is inspired by like things like Battle.net, which is something that they own now, right? But the
Well, they better
idea
take inspiration somewhere else, man. That's a horrendous platform, dude. I hate that launcher, dude.
you have a beautiful launcher like Steam that's like nice, works great, and they're like, what about a can of garbage like right over there? Let's
Yeah.
grab that, you know. But the idea is that according to Video Games Chronicle, sources tell us that Microsoft is also working on a set of in-game APIs and user interface features called Project Rainway, which is some form of cross-platform Xbox guide menu. Microsoft has been inspired by the in-game Battle.net social features seen in Hearthstone, Diablo 4, and World of Warcraft let you share and communicate cross-platform. Okay, so it's not necessarily
Oh, interesting. Okay.
just
So, like,
Battle.net. It's like the games
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it makes sense because if you're playing Hearthstone on PC, maybe you're chatting to somebody from PC to like tablet or something like that.
Yeah.
Or I haven't used. I've only used BattleNet on my computer.
Same.
So
Same. I do think that I'm waiting for this. This is interesting news. I'm not against the idea of Xbox like trying to diversify what they have. I'm still waiting for the Xbox announcement because they're gearing up for something. You know, the Xbox is everywhere. You can play Xbox on your phone and all this stuff, and that's cool. They haven't said what all this is amounting to yet. You know, I feel unless I missed it, but
no. So here's the thing. I think it's a pivot, right? Where, like in my brain, the way I picture this is you have two dudes in high school, right? They're both super buff. They're both playing on the football team, right? And then PlayStation ends up being like the varsity MVP, and he's like, check out this trophy. Huh? Okay. Microsoft graduates high school, goes to college, gets a degree. He goes out, does all this stuff, travels the world, and then he's like, oh, let me go start expanding my empire and doing something more for myself. Sony's meanwhile, check out this MVP trophy, brother. You're 30 years old. I feel like I think Sony is looking at the wrong piece of the pie, right? Where in the future, like this possibly, right? If you're expanding Xbox everywhere, you're gonna be getting you can double dip into like segments of the pie, and you can potentially grab more casual players that are just on their phone, right? So now you can inject more Xbox stuff and be like, oh well, if you're gonna be on your phone, all right, just do cloud gaming. Now you can play. Now you can play all these other games. It's like, oh, dude, and then you're worried about.
Interesting. Okay.
And the thought was like, oh, you're worried about if you wanna sit down. If you want to sit down and play out the TV or play on your computer, okay, well, buy the game once and you can play wherever you want.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Play it on your computer. Potentially, there could be a future where you're like, okay, I can play it on my computer, or I can go on the bus and do cloud. Because sometimes I'm like, one of the things I coped myself, I huffed a bunch of copium before I bought the Steam Deck. I was like, oh, dude, I could write it on I can play it on the train. No, I'm not gonna carry a whole. This thing doesn't fit in my pocket, so I'm not gonna put it in my bag.
Yeah.
But then if I have my phone and I can just play there, I'm like, that could work.
Yeah. No,
so that might be
a good point. Yeah.
Move,
so you're saying they're gonna play the long game, essentially.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. And honestly, I have trust in Satya Nadella. This dude really steered Microsoft into such a good direction, man. It was not going good with Steve Ballmer and the former Xbox. I think his name was Dom Matrick, where the dude was like, when Xbox One, the one with the always online came out or was about to come out, and Jeff Keighley was like, hey man, so a lot of people have concerns about an always online thing. Do you have anything to say for them? Dude looked straight in the camera, was like, yeah, bro, just buy a 360. That's verbatim the quote. He's like, yeah, we have another offering, the Xbox 360. So that was the state of Microsoft back then.
Yeah.
Now they're very much they have a different thing, right? I think a lot of people are focused on, oh, you need to have games and exclusives. Not exactly.
Technically not wrong, but that's just one strategy. There is another strat of being available everywhere and stuff like that. So that is interesting. Yeah, I would love to see kind of Microsoft come back on top and kind of
Yeah.
renaissance with that. I think that would be very
Yeah.
neat to be, to have.
Yeah.
But we have to
And
see it.
we
We have to
might
see
be
it.
seeing that renaissance very soon.
Oh, you mean like in
As
January?
early as January. The current rumor
Ah,
is there is a Oblivion remaster. Elder Scrolls Oblivion. The rumor is that it's been worked on for a long time. And there is this outsourcing company that what they can do is that they can take the game code and render the game separately on like Unreal 5, but the core logic and the feel of the game will can still be running on the old engine, right? So you can have two game engines running at the same time to give updated visuals. This is how I believe how Blue Point was able to remake the Demon Souls for the PS5 and the
okay.
Shadows of Colossus game, right? Where people are like, "Wow, this feels one to one. It just looks like a brand new coat of paint."
Nice.
Um,
Okay.
which is very interesting because my opinion is I think some of the game and feel needs to be updated, but perhaps like maybe they can open up the modding scene for the remaster so that people can go in and go crazy because like the fans of Elder Scrolls are like crazy
Mod
modders and
freaks, yeah.
yeah. So what are your thoughts on this? Because I think are you interested? Do you want to go back to Oblivion? A lot of people say actually Oblivion is
I
one of the best
have
ones.
never played Oblivion actually.
Neither have I.
So I would actually be willing to give it a shot. I feel like that'd be kind of cool to try out, you know.
Hmm.
Um I feel like it'd be one of those things where it's like a nice slice of like life to
Hmm.
where let me see here. Like Dead Space remake. Good
Mm,
fun like product of the time in terms of like design and what's happening in the
hmm.
game, but with a fresh coat of paint for modern day, I very much did not mind it kind of thing, you know?
Hmm.
So I think it's
Hmm.
going to be the same thing to where it's something new, something fresh but still has that same feeling. I would like to see how that is.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, it's I want to see something like like it would be good to see just for at least like for a game to be preserved and I mean not necessarily preserved but like
Yeah.
for it to be there and maybe get more accessible to folks that uh want to get back into it, I guess.
Yeah. So I'm curious. We'll see where that goes. Um,
Yeah.
Speaking of getting back into it, did you hear? Well, did you finish actually Secret
Nah,
Level?
I stopped, man. Like you know what, dude, what if they make a secret level episode about Oblivion? Can you imagine that?
Well, the thing is that yeah. So the show basically what's happening is Secret Level season 2 was announced and it's coming out. I'm glad that these creators are getting another chance to do another thing. There was very few standout episodes. Most of them
Mhm.
felt like ads. Um,
Yeah.
the ones that were really good at the moment were the Pac-Man one and the Warhammer one were phenomenal.
Mhm.
Warhammer was great. Like it was just like a cool action sequence. It was just like, okay, yeah, that's what I'm expecting, and that's it. You know.
Mhm.
The rest of them I did not really like. They all felt like ads. They all just felt like, oh hey, like this is the world we're in or whatever. Like I was like, okay, dude, like they weren't as thought out. So hopefully with the introduction of season 2, they'll be told like, hey, like these are the issues we had in season 1. Let's just redo those parts, kind of thing, or fix those
Yeah.
issues. So
It's such a interesting concept, man, because like the premise of this is like we're gonna be sort of like this agnostic place where all these games show up and like we're not like Sony ponies or
mm-hmm.
Microsofties or
Micro what?
uh Nintendo whatever. I don't know. Like there's
Nintendogs.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's like I would be I like I think they suffer like possibly one of the things that they suffer from is that like there's like people are gonna assume that these things are canon or something, right?
Yeah.
So there's probably a lot of oversight from the studios where they get the license from, or the IP owners or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm,
Where
mm-hmm.
Sony, oh well, you're gonna if you're gonna use Kratos, he has to be in this context, or if you're gonna make an exclusive episode, he's
Oh
gonna have to show up like
man,
this.
that's so dumb.
I mean, like that's my thought,
No,
right?
I mean, yeah,
Like
it makes complete sense, but like, ugh.
like 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 they can't take creative liberty. Like that Pac-Man
Yeah,
episode. it's not like they said, "Oh, we're gonna do this." No, I mean, like freaking, whoever
They were
Sega
told to
owns
make it that way. They were like, make it weird.
no, well, because they make it there's a game coming out in the
Mhm.
same exact vein, right? So
Yeah. So
I guess Namco owns it. Like they were probably like, "Hey, this is what we're gonna redo for Pac-Man. Like, you can take them. This is the storyboard, or this is not exactly the story, but this is like the the items that you need to mention. Here you go."
yeah.
It's like so I think that's like the difficulty that they're gonna have with these games, unless they get like a very obscure thing. Like I don't want to say 40 Warhammer 40K is obscure, but like Warhammer 40K is like such a loose license that I feel like they can just go like do whatever as long as it looks cool. But
I think I
can't
think
imagine.
there's rules, and the thing is that I think Warhammer 40K has such a good team behind it to where
Yeah,
they're able to be like, hey, like, um, this is something that like they'll get a fan who loves this stuff to make it. Like
yeah,
the short was very much reminiscent of, there was a short on YouTube a couple years ago that these guys made. Um,
hmm,
and it was really good. And so it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, they probably just got that guy to make it. I don't know if they did, but like the vibe was the
yeah,
same, you know?
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
rest of them felt kind of corporate and was like, all right, like whatever, like
Yeah,
let's
it's
go for it.
tough, man. Like I don't know how they can nail it because also like I would think part of the like, there's some stories that I think, like, can be like, would fit very well into, like, an anthology, right?
Mm-hmm,
Like,
mm-hmm.
I think, like, I didn't watch the Spelunky episode, but I feel like it would look good, in terms of, like, the flow because you're y it's a roguelike, so it's like you can do a spin-off story very easily, you know?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Same with, Sifu. Sifu should have been better,
Oh
but
man, the
I heard it
Sifu
was
one
not.
was so boring, dude. They like completely missed the point of Sifu. It was
Mm,
so like when I saw that they were doing a Sifu episode, genuinely I was like, oh, this is it. This is why I'm gonna watch the show. And yeah, the
yeah,
action
yeah.
was good, but like the whole point of Sifu is that like revenge doesn't solve your problems, and to like forgive and forget is like probably the main part of the story. And obviously also kung fu. And like this the episode completely just like ends, like does not even tackle that in any aspect. So, and not to say that it has to, but like I feel like what they did show, I was like, okay, like this doesn't feel like the same game, you know?
Yeah.
So
Like someone had said it just looked like they just did one run of the club level and then it just ends right before you get to the boss. And it's like, okay,
yes,
cool.
correct.
So you don't even like I'm assuming you don't even get to see the emotion that leads up to the start of the game and why you're even going on this
No, you
stuff.
they do like a little bit of a brief, like, oh, you killed my father, like.
Uh
But the thing is, in the game, the way it works is that they killed your father, but your father also was teaching you like, hey, like this is not the way. Like bloodshed, I'm teaching you these skills to you because it's like the beauty of kung fu, not because of like to use it for evil or for revenge type thing, you know.
mm,
Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's one of those things where it um, could have been better. But I am curious to see how season 2 looks. I don't know if it will be good, but you know we'll find out, I guess.
yeah, okay, let's take quick bets. What do you think is gonna be in there? I am gonna say okay, Astrobot episode. Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna say
Uh
Borderlands.
oh Lord. And then Kevin Hart shows up again.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, so
I
Borderland okay.
Let's see
Yeah.
what else.
Um, okay, I'm gonna take a big swing here.
Mm-hmm.
We're Baldur's Gate.
Hmm. I can see it. Yeah.
Like and it's just gonna have Asterion.
I think Windblown is going to be there. This is the Dead
What the heck?
Cells. This is the Dead Cells creators. They're making a new game. When Dead Cells was coming
Uh
out, they made a lot of Dead Cells episode like shorts and stuff on YouTube. I think they could do the same thing, but for
mm,
Windblown. If we're going from the
like
route of like, oh, companies that want to make an ad, and if they already have a creative thing, like, hey, like we want to make something, this would be a good,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Mm.
But yeah.
I would be very interested to see Hades. But that would be looking so weird because you go from
Ooh.
isometric to like a, like
Well, they've had
a more
cutscenes like in game, like they've had like cutscenes and stuff and trailers, so I could see that,
oh yeah, I
like
guess.
2D
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
animation.
Like, yeah, with what's his face?
Zagreus,
Zagreus.
yeah, but it would
Yeah.
be Melancholy, his sister. So
Yeah. Well, I
yeah.
mean, they can do one.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Nice. Well, that wraps up the gaming news. So if that's all you guys came for, you guys can leave now.
Yeah, the door's that way.
The door is that way. We're pointing in two different directions, but it's there.
But then the couch is right here. Because, buddy, come on, sit back down. Where are you going? We still got more to discuss.
I got fries for you if you sit, actually. So just come through.
Damn.
They're actually cold. They are not good anymore. I will not be serving these fries. We're going to be talking about our year in review for gaming. This will be a little bit of a longer discussion, so just letting y'all know. How do you want to do this? I have a couple of games. How many games do you have on your list? I have about 21.
Wait,
22.
So what do you mean by game? Like games we played?
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Yeah. You don't have that list?
Well, I have a list.
Okay.
There's a list.
That is a list.
Sorry.
That is a list.
I should not be saying this right now.
What is your list cover?
Well, because I just basically have my Steam and Xbox.
That's fine.
list.
Yeah, that's fine. I was a little bit more detailed about it. How I like having ratings and what I bought it for and the amount of time I played.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
mine's a little more detailed. But yeah.
Yeah, I had that list that was
Yeah.
in depth, and then it just stopped in May. I just stopped
Well,
because I
fair
think
enough.
because let me see, what was I playing in May? I think in May I was playing a lot of the same games. But yeah, we can just
Okay.
we can just chat. I don't know, whatever. you
Yeah,
want,
it's
man.
fine. Okay. I'm just gonna talk about the things that I think are worth mentioning here. I'm sure I played more. So if you have something that is worth mentioning that I don't mention, feel free. Right?
Mhm.
First things first. First game I played this year. I finished it January 16th of 2024. Started it last year, I think. I can't remember. Yakuza 7, Like a Dragon.
Mhm.
Gave it a 9 out of 10. I paid half price for it, $29.99, but I'd value it at full price.
Yep.
Fantastic game. Great storytelling. Genuinely made me cry. It is a RPG in the sense that you have you have 3 teammates and you're like building your party and all this stuff. Very much like a modern, up-to-date style of that game. Very good. If you
It's good, yeah.
If you haven't played it, I recommend it wholeheartedly.
Story is great, and it's a to kind of ping pong real quick. Is that there's some elements of action prompts during the turn-based combat, so it's not exclusively just click button, watch the animation. Okay, cool. So it got me hooked into playing kind of these style of games. So.
Yeah, very good. I definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
It's very dense too. So I played at the beginning this year, and I still have not gotten the drive to play the next one yet, just because I'm still full from that last one. It's a lot, and there's so much to do in this game. And I spent 73 hours in this game. So
Yeah.
quite a bit of time.
20 hours were just in the business minigame.
No, legitimately, that business minigame they have is addicting. Holy cow, dude. I spent so much time on that. It was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one we both played. It's Half Life Alyx. Finish it in about 10 and a half hours on the Oculus Quest 2. You need to play it on Steam, of course. It's a Steam game. Bought it for about $59.99, and I would absolutely pay full price for this game again. I gave it a 10 out of 10 when I beat it.
Exactly. For me, I'm gonna maybe spoiler alert. This is my game of the year.
Really?
Game that I played. A game I played this year. Award that is game of the year. Ahmed's game of the year that he played in the year 2024.
Interesting.
Half Life Alyx. Okay, because I think it is. Okay, this is probably because there's a novelty to it.
Listen, here's the thing. You don't have to explain it to me, because I personally, while I don't necessarily think it's my game of the year, I can 100% see where you're coming from. Genuinely.
It's okay. So I think this isn't like, oh, I picked up my cousin's headset. Oh my god, VR is so cool. No, this is like the amount of detail and the amount of thought that went into designing in the game is so good. The puzzles are one of the puzzles gets a little bit repetitive, but the puzzles are so good. The controls are in the movement is so well thought out.
Yep.
They really thought about how is someone going to interact in this world. Like, dude, like I've played other VR games and it does not feel as good. Because some things like you instinctively want to do in the game, but the game won't let you do it. But like for example, in Half Life Alyx, there's like a zombie or a head crab walking towards me, like a whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You can pick up a box and just like stiff on, like hold the box at distance,
Yeah.
and he can't attack you.
Or like
But
wearing a
then,
helmet, you put on a helmet, like this should protect you from head crabs, and it does. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy,
The-
you know?
it's
Or like man.
No, the first time I was like, oh, let me pick up this helmet, and I just threw it up in the air and landed on my head, and then you see in your peripheral vision in first person,
Yeah.
there's a little freaking bucket, like hard hat helmet on your head. I was laughing.
Yeah.
It was and then the head crab tries to jump on, and he can't.
Yep.
And it was so interesting. And then there's like masks that you can put on your face, like
because there's sections you can't walk through, or your character's gonna cough. But if your character coughs, they have a berserking like head crab guy gonna come get you that is sound like bass. It's such a innovative package.
Yes,
it's such a good idea of like, how can we advance the Half-Life formula in VR? And I genuinely like, I know this game came out like before, but genuinely this game was fantastic. I'm so glad I played it. I highly recommend it personally to anybody who has a VR headset.
If I legitimately will recommend, go steal your baby cousin's VR headset.
Yep.
And if you have a computer, plug it in and play it. It's so it's like I remember people were talking the same way about Boneworks, because like I think the guys that made Boneworks had that. They were like, we really love what Valve did with Half-Life, and like and like the whole point of the Source engine was like, we're gonna make these crazy advancements, and hey, we made these, like we want to make a game that pushes things forward, not just like that pushes game design forward. Like, what new thing can we do? And that's why I guess with Half-Life they stopped doing more, because at the time they did it, they're like, well, like, what are we gonna do, another shooter? But then VR advancements came up, and then they're like, dude, we can really define the playbook on how to make a VR game.
And they did. And no one has come close, in my opinion.
Phenomenal, man.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic game. While I personally, it's not my game of the year, totally get it. I totally understand where you're coming from. I had a quick, and again, if you have any games you want to talk about, just throw it in there. I had a quick like splurge on a couple of games that were like short experiences, but very good in terms of storytelling. They're like indie bait is what I think the term is. Gorogoa, Florence, and Before Your Eyes. Those were good. I'm just mentioning them because I think everyone should try them out. They're less than like $15 each, or I think they're about $15, some of them. Super worth it. Very quick experiences. Like I'm talking like an hour to 40 minutes. Except for Before Your Eyes. That one is 1.5 hours, and that one I actually gave a 10 out of 10 because it was like a very good story. The mechanic of if you have a webcam, it's based on blinking. So the more you blink in the game, the faster time moves forward in the game. So if you have a webcam, I definitely recommend using it for that experience. But from a storytelling perspective, very good. That was it. That's all I had. I think it's cool. It's unique. It's innovative. Very neat to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it was interesting. I was looking at like my play history, and I'm really scared. Okay, let me say this. Okay, somehow I don't know if the game was running, but we stopped playing Black Ops, right?
Yes.
Xbox is saying I have 60 hours on Black Ops.
Oh,
dog! How the hell did I put 60 hours in like a month or like a couple of weeks, and we just stopped playing it?
Well, the beta. Did we play the beta a lot?
I don't know. Oh, I guess maybe if it's counting the beta, yeah.
How many hours do I have in here? Because that's a
Let's see. Let me check. It's interesting because I looked at it, I was like, no way, dude. Yeah. So, but apparently I played a lot of Black Ops, which I mean, honestly, it was all right. I don't feel compelled to go back to it.
Same. I'm glad I did not buy it. You know.
Yeah. It was very much, it scratched the itch, and I'm like, if anything, I might hop in to do the Easter egg whenever the new maps come out.
It's already out, brother.
I mean, that tells you as much as I need to know.
Okay.
You know what's crazy? Actually, according to this, I beat Baldur's Gate in 2024.
Oh, congrats! Yeah. Nice. How would you think?
It was a great game.
Good. Very heavy. There's a lot of shit in there. You know.
Yeah.
Very big game. Hold on. Give me a second.
It was like
give me
1 second.
Yeah. Sorry. 1 second. Sorry about that, boys. Had a bathroom break, but we're all good now.
It stinks.
It does a little bit, actually. So, But yeah, no, Baldur's Gate 3, very long, very big. That's what she said. Regardless, very good game though. Honestly, very fun.
Yeah, it's crazy because apparently that was 16% of my playtime this year.
Oof, but I believe it.
Yeah,
I believe it.
yeah.
What else? Dragon's Dogma 2 I picked up for full price. I'm gonna be honest, dog water game. I gave that ish a 5 out of 10. That game is not worth full price. I put 40 hours into it. That game is so front loaded, and then once you get to the second area, it just like falls apart like immediately. Not to mention it runs like donkey doo dog water. So just I low key regretting playing that game. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. Did you get the dragon plague or whatever it's called? Dragon.
No,
whatever?
I never got it ever in the entire game. So, you know, I don't know if it's just because I was like very careful about it or whatever, but yeah, I never got that. So, really dumb, but it is what it is, I guess. Helldivers 2, I think, cultural phenomenon, honestly.
Yep.
I would say it's very fun, very good. Let me see, what else did I play here? Horizon Forbidden West. So boring. Oh my god, I got so bored of that game. Like, I gave it a.
You're playing a PS4 game on your in 2024, man.
Is it PS4? I thought it was the newer one is PS5. I thought no.
Which one did you play?
This is the second one. This is the second one.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, Forbidden West. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, Forbidden
Horizon
West.
Forbidden.
Okay.
Sorry, Horizon Forbidden West. Yes.
Okay.
It's so the thing is, it's like it's not a bad game. I just could not bring myself to care about the game at all. Also, the dialogue is very cringe. It's just like, well, that happened, or it's like he's right behind me, isn't he? Like that kind of like stuff. So
yeah,
that also is not a good factor. But yeah, it's not that great, to be honest.
Yeah. We had a point in time where we were playing Civilization a lot. Civ 6.
Oh, was that this year? Oh, dang. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Civ 6 was great. I really enjoyed it, honestly. But you had to put up people who know how to play the game type thing, you know?
Yeah. It's a good vibe, I guess. But
I am excited for Civ 7. I do want to play that when it comes out.
I'm waiting for when it goes on sale and then they have the expansion pack, because at that point they fix the game.
Oh, fair enough.
Because that's what everybody says when the new Civ game comes out. It's like, oh, just wait for the expansion. They add all these things. Like, dude, like they added this expansion of global warming basically in the game. So it's like, oh, if you're next to a river, and then your guy is like hyper industrializing. Okay, he's gonna pollute your river, and then he's gonna make the river overflow. It's like, all right, man, what the heck? I'm just trying to be in the first Fertile Crescent.
Please, I'm just trying to exist. The nature is your op.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, any games that you wanted to bring up before I keep going?
I'm trying to think, because I feel like I played a decent amount of VR games. I played a lot of Pistol Whip.
Oh, Pistol Whip is great. Yeah, Pistol Whip is good.
Yeah. Walkabout mini golf.
Also good.
Yeah. Honestly, I think VR, it's a hard recommendation to make for somebody. It is. I mean, it's like, it's a good thing though. I think, like, if you want to kind of just try out different experiences, and if you have some room, I would recommend it. Also, like, it is getting cheaper and cheaper year over year, so you could go snag like a Rift 2 from Craigslist, or just get the Rift 3S, which is like the cheaper version.
Yep. I'm trying to get a Rift 3. I have the 2 right now. It's really nice, but I love how advanced the 3 is. So I'm trying to see if I can cop something similar. But yeah, no, fair enough. Let's see. I played Ghost of Tsushima first time. It's pretty good. I would say it's a 9 out of 10. I'd say it's the Assassin's Creed killer. It does the formula a lot better, in my opinion, and it feels a lot smoother. So I am excited for Ghost of Yote. Hopefully do a simultaneous PC release, but you don't think so? Man.
No, dude, they're not.
Ah, well.
They have to have a reason for people to come to PlayStation.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I played the Kingdom Hearts games, the main 3, 1, 2.5, 2.5, and 3. I did not play any of the side games because I didn't really want to learn new mechanics, things like that. I just watched story overviews for those.
He's a real fan.
No, I'm not. Genuinely not.
No,
But
just like me, bro. Bro, it says 1, 2, and 3. Like, if there's anything else, if it was so important, it would have had a name. It would have had a numbered entry.
yeah, well, it does 358 over 2, whatever the hell that is.
Okay, that's like so far in the future, man.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry.
356 divided by 2. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. For what it is, I will say that these games are very unique and very cool. I think that they are definitely a product of their time. And I definitely think they are a product of nostalgia for people who are like, you have to play it in this day and age. Because I'll be honest, like, I had no expectations going in. Some of these games were rough, dude. Like, I'm just being frank about it. Some of these were rough. 1 or 1.5, I gave a 6 out of 10. I would still pay full price for it because
you played it on like proud mode.
Yeah.
Or whatever, right?
No. I did not. I played this one on regular mode. 2 and above, I played on proud mode.
Wait, wait, okay, listen, man, I'm not gonna fraud alert you right now, but there was one boss that was doing too much damage to you in 1.
Which one was it?
Okay, you did not see roll credits on 1.
No. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. But it wasn't because of a boss, or I guess technically it was a boss.
Well, yeah, because you're talking about like a 2004, 2003 game where they don't know how to balance stuff. So when you go hard mode, they like one shot you.
Yes. Sorry, you are correct. Okay, so I got to the 95% mark on Kingdom Hearts 1. And then there's a room where it's just a gauntlet of enemies where they keep throwing it at you. And I legitimately threw myself at it for like hours. And I just decided to call it quits because the thing about the game was that it's not necessarily that the enemies hit so hard that I can't figure out what to do. It's that the enemies hit extremely hard off screen. So when I was saying product of its time, that's where that was coming from, to where it's like there are certain things in this game that like just don't work because of they're really obtuse, and it's not because of the game designers wanted to make it obtuse like that. It's because they didn't have a choice back then, you know?
Yeah.
And they didn't fix it in this day and age. So things like that. That's why I gave this one a 6 out of 10, actually. This one was just really frustrating to play for your 1.5. But 2 was really good. I gave 2 an 8 out of 10. And I thought it was a great improvement on the formula. I think that there was a lot of good things that they're doing in there. I think there were some things that didn't really work, but overall, I would say it's a really good experience. And then 3 was pretty good as well. I gave that one a 7 out of 10. It's pretty good. I would say it's very easy. But
yeah, they dumbed it down because I think the designer at the time was like, I'm getting old and I don't really like playing a lot of action games. So
yeah. So, you know, I am excited for 4. I do want to see the conclusion of the story, and I do want to see where it goes. But conclusion, yeah.
Brother, I don't know if it's concluding, man.
Yeah, well, we'll conclude on my deathbed probably.
Your kids are gonna play it.
Yeah. But yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, I like that one. Let's see what else.
I played Sifu this year for the first time.
Oh yes, what did you think?
Yeah. It was good. It's just, I think the story gimmick of the game where it's like you beat everybody, then they're like, "Hey, actually, JK, you're not supposed to beat them." I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go back and redo it. Like I think the first time around it was kind of tough. And then like I don't want to go back and try to just like, because the way you like forgive people is that you go to the boss fight and you just parry them. And like some of the parry timings are tough, especially on the
some of them
boss.
are hard, dude. Yeah.
So
I felt the same way. I was like, this is cool, but I don't like it enough to keep going and do this whole thing again, you know? So
because I had to go play Balatro.
Oh yes, Balatro also came out this year. I was gonna like I didn't bring it up because I was like, I mean, everyone knows my thoughts on Balatro. I think it's goated. I think
Yeah,
it's game of the year, but
yeah.
no, Balatro was
We, we
great.
we can switch gears for a second. What about Deadlock? How do you feel about that?
Oh, I forgot about Deadlock. Oh my god. Um
Damn, that, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we need to know.
Listen, okay.
Deadlock is forgettable. You heard it here first.
No,
No,
please.
I mean technically, I think it's still an alpha that we've been
Yes,
playing.
it is still an alpha. The thing is, so Deadlock is really
Wait,
interesting.
what?
What?
No, so let me. What is it? Okay, on Steam, you can go and look at the games that you played, right? So it's like, oh, you played Contractors in 2024. You played Walkabout Mini Golf. You played Fall Guys. You played this, and then I Deadlock, and the subtext it just says Jacob Blast is an asshole.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Bro,
How many hours do you
did
have
someone
in
get
Deadlock
hacked?
right now?
How many hours?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like 13% of my playtime. So let's see. Deadlock. I think it's probably gonna be, oh Lord, 91 hours.
Oh no, dude, I have 129.
Dude,
Oh my
do we have
god.
dementia?
I did
How do we
not.
forget about how do we
Yeah.
forget about this?
Dude. Oh my god. What the hell? I did not think. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I'm really scared because like with Call of Duty, 60 hours in Call of Duty in 1 month, and then 90 hours in freaking Deadlock.
Yeah.
Where I don't know what I'm doing with my life
Bro,
actually, man.
literally, yeah, but yeah, okay, talking about Deadlock, it's not, I think I'm just too much of like a League of Legends like simp, if that makes sense. Like I just like how League does things and I'm just too used to that system, and that's kind of it. Like I think I just enjoy League more. The pop off just feels a lot better to me.
They're still making a lot of updates. I would be interested to go back and see it because like they made some like balance tweaks
Mm,
to how you can steal the urn, and I have seen a lot of people steal the um, the mid boss as well. So
yeah.
I'd be interested to see if they add like a camp system similar to like a red buff or blue buff or whatever in the game.
Okay.
'Cause, I mean, actually, I mean, blue buff doesn't make sense because there's no mana in the game. But
Yeah. No, that's fair. I don't know. I can't believe I forgot about that. My gosh, but you know, I well might try it again. I have to see. To be honest, I think it
yeah.
says something about the game for me personally, to where if I have 129 hours in it, I just completely forgot about it.
I will
I don't
say
know.
also like I think the timeline because like last played for me is November 18th, which I'm pretty sure that's like close to when Call of Duty came out. So I think the
Uh,
story is Deadlock, Call of Duty, then we dropped Call of Duty, and then Marvel Rivals. Okay, this is what happened. Okay, Deadlock, Call of Duty, Arcane, League, Marvel Rivals.
yeah. Same. Okay. Yep. I can see that.
That's why we're not playing this right now. So
Fair enough. Uh, Damn. Can't believe I forgot about that. Um, any other games you want to talk about before I continue with my list?
you go for it, man. I'm still trying to see how I feel about some of these games. Oh, actually,
Yeah.
I can't forget the main one, Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I feel gameplay they made significant improvements.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they give you a little circle to where you can line up your
Oh, that's
attack
right.
now.
Yes. Yes. I remember this
So
change. Yeah.
yeah, because like in the base game, like you like your guy sits there, and then depending on how the NPCs like walk in the battle sequence,
Mm-hmm.
you can like knock one guy into another guy and do double damage.
Mm-hmm.
So in this game, you can just position yourself so there's a little bit more action element in the combat now, so which is good. Um, Story, I mean, bro, it still hits home, but it was not like the first one. I think the first one, hits hard in a different way, but this one also like tugs on the heart, man. They know how to. RGG Studio knows how to write stories, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
No, that's fair. I agree with you. I am Very curious to see how it's gonna. Uh, what was it? Like where they're gonna go with the story next. I guess the pirate one is the next one, but um, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. Quite enjoyed that game. I thought it was really cool for what it was. Um, yeah, I would say it's like worth full price. I think it's like really cool and it does like it's an action game through and through. So if that's something you like doing and you're interested in looking for, that's my recommendation for that.
Mm.
Um, I also played RoboQuest a lot. I have 30 hours as of now. No, as of writing, which was I don't remember.
he played it in between writing sessions. That's
No,
crazy.
actually, yeah. Uh, yeah, no, it's really good. I think RoboQuest is really cool. I think it does a lot of good things. I think it came out last year. No, it came out this year, but it's very fun. It's a very good roguelike. I'm liking the formula that they have built out, and they're adding more to the
Mm,
game, so it's super super cool.
mm.
And my last game as of now is still Metaphor. I'm still playing through it, and Marvel Rivals, which is Overwatch
Yeah.
light. Um, trying to
Freaking
think.
metaphor, dude.
I'm liking it, man. I don't know. I'm liking it a lot, to be honest.
It
But
it just I think it gets to a point where it just screeches and then it just stops for
hmm.
me. Cause it's funny. Right, there was a time I texted you and I was like, man, this game like I'm in one of the dungeons. This game is tough and it's just annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, fine. And then after that, basically they throw a big countdown. 30 days. You have to level up. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to feel like I'm like I don't know, man.
Hmm.
It's
Man is afraid of
it's a
deadlines. It looks like.
that's why I want to quit my job.
Just kidding. Just kidding, boss. He's just joking.
Bro, if my
Um,
boss listens to this, I don't know why. How the hell do you even find this, man?
he's really
We'll talk
interested in
about it in
doing.
our one-on-one.
Yeah. See, bro, your podcast sucks, dog. What do you
Yeah,
mean? Um,
bro. 5 episodes in, you guys don't even, or 7 episodes in, you don't even have a sponsor.
actually, there's a sponsor this week.
What,
Sponsor this week is My Love for You.
bro? Okay, listen, man.
But any,
For
any other games that you
ten,
wanted to talk
for
about?
10 cents a day, you can help get this guy better jokes.
No, please, they're not jokes. I love you. Um,
Don't Venmo Big Headed Agent, please. Oh yeah, it was a joke, man.
I'm so glad people did it, though. I appreciate you all. Any other games you wanted to bring up or talk about? Anything interesting?
Um, Not at the moment. I mean, we did play the finals again, but I mean, it's
Wait, did the
uh
Cyberpunk DLC come out this year?
not last year.
Last year. Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Finals is also good. Yes, I do want to play. Maybe I want to play more of it. We'll find out.
I don't know. You said like you got the Luigi. Wah!
Wah! Um,
Uh,
so your game of the year is Half Life Alyx, which is
yeah,
more than fair.
yeah. I think the best thing I've played this year.
Okay, fair enough. My game of the year is Balatro. No surprise there, but
Mm.
I can also respect Half Life Alyx winning it as well.
Is there any game that you are interested in 2025?
2025. Let me check. Bloodborne, obviously. Um,
Mm.
let's see. Game releases. Let's find out what's coming up in 2025. Let me check here.
Oh my God, Death Stranding 2.
Oh, Death Stranding 2. There it is. Yeah, that's my answer.
Game of the year
Death
already. Game of the
Stranding
decade.
2. And let's see here. Nothing. Yeah, I'm looking through this list that Ahmed just sent me. Oh, Last of Us Part 2 for PC, obviously.
Bro, oh my God. So February we're gonna get the new Yakuza, uh, Civ 7 and
Oh, Doom.
Assassin's
Doom
Creed.
Dark Ages. I'm excited for.
Hmm.
Ghost of Yote as well, but that's on PS5. Oh, I have a PS5 actually. Never mind. We're good. Yeah. Just I'm saying Death Stranding 2. That's my game of the excitement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. There
Cool.
is yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Cool. Let's see. Today's word of the day is I don't know. What should be the word of the day?
I mean, I don't know.
Let us know what game you're excited for 2025. In fact, let us know what game you're excited for 2028. Why not? Just like, hey, world's your oyster. You can name any game.
All
I
right, I
want.
got you. All right,
Yeah.
Last of Us One remake, 2028.
Ooh, I think Last of Us and Skyrim remake together would be sick.
Yeah.
But whenever
Actually,
that comes
wait.
out.
Oh wait. Let me see 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Ah, dang it. Okay, no. Okay, never mind.
What is it?
My brain was like, oh my god, did Starfield release this year? No, it released last year.
Aw, boo.
Yeah, I was ready. Like the light bulb went off, and I was like, I have to start my propaganda because I swear I had a Google Keeps note from when the game
Oh,
was
he did.
announced.
He did. Yes, can verify.
I had it was a reminder. I was like, it was said, check if this game is hot dookie, and I had to keep updating it because they moved the release date like twice,
Yep. Yep.
and
Yep.
I feel so vindicated
Mm-hmm.
that this game was dookie. So
Duke Meister, dude, straight up.
so anytime it comes up, I have to kind of
You
let
gotta
people
let him
know.
know. You gotta let him know, bro.
Yeah,
You
man.
gotta let him know.
Yeah.
But
See, okay, it was yeah. Check if it's hot garbage. There we go. I had to read that. It's still saved. Yeah.
nice. Well, you were vindicated, brother. You
Yeah.
were vindicated.
And I am looking forward to the Oblivion remake or remaster.
Same, actually. I am also looking forward to it, so we can definitely try it and see
Okay,
how that goes.
I'll buy it first for the family share.
Oh, for the yeah, there you go. Appreciate you, Chief. I
Mom
appreciate you.
said it's my turn.
Mom said it's my turn with the. Funny enough, that actually does happen in our in our family. Someone is trying to play a game that's like new, and it's like, wait, I want to play the game. It's like, well, but cool. Nothing else from me. Any last words that you have for the people before I take you out back and push you down, brother?
um. Final words. Nah. I mean, I did not put my hand in the cookie jar.
Oh well, no one will know. This will go down with you. But thank you guys for listening. We will see you guys maybe next week. We'll find out. It is Christmas that we don't celebrate, so we can maybe hang out. We can maybe vibe. We'll see how it goes.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Y'all have a good one.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye.